Greg, I know that you have a question.
Yeah, I do. So I would just like some thoughts and feelings on this. Someone said to me the other day, and this is someone that I give weight to in life. They said to me, and it was kind of weird the way it came out. You've gotten to the point where you can go as an individual, and now to go further, you need to form the group of people. So, what is your impressions on this? Um, does anything come to you?
Um, what kind of person was it that said this to you? A mentor or just somebody?
I would say a peer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're aligned, and they do similar work to what we're involved with.
And do you know what kind of group they were referring to?
Well, the other thing that came with it was you're going to do something that hasn't been done before.
Well, the first thing that comes to me is that, I mean, if you look at all of the channeling work that's out there, it is a bit like the cult of the individual, isn't it?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, that's true.
so, and I think part of our evolution is it's no longer just about me, it's about us. And how can we peacefully co-create and coexist together? So as a general sense, it's like exemplifying that idea. But let's see what else comes up. Because I mean, what seems to be coming up is more like the idea of a collective energy, because you could be saying, well, a group, that's my tribe, that's my followers, or you could be saying a group, a collective who are working together. And to me, it feels more like a group, a collective who are working together.
And that feels right. Yeah, that feels right to me.
Yeah, because I think that that's how we're evolving to live in harmony together and to realize that we are one species on this planet. So what else do we get about it? You're welcome to look at this too, Tracy, if you want.
I've already had, I'm sorry. I'm just writing stuff down. Do you want me to say what I'm getting or?
Yeah, go ahead, because that's more or less what I'm getting is just a collective energy.
So the first thing I got when you started talking, the minute you said about, didn't you say starting something, you're doing something different?
Yes.
So what immediately came to me was, a school, like a mystery school. I feel like you're supposed to be, and then I heard demystifying. So in other words, like the knowledge that you've gained from all of this that you're doing, um, it's like, I just feel like you're going to have to be a part of this mystery school and demystifying all this sort of stuff. And then I also got a place of belonging, meaning like not necessarily a fixed place where you go as much as a place of belonging. And it's like doing your work, you'll be doing that. You'll have that place of belonging with this group of people. To me, it feels like a physical group of people, people that you know, more so than a collective other entity or whatever. Not that that won't be part of it either, but I totally get something about a mystery school and teaching something.
So that aligns with a dream I had last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a good, very helpful. Thank you so much.
You want to tell us about the dream now? I'm curious.
Wow. So I mentioned that I've been meeting these people and the conversations are wild because of the alignment in the topics, and someone's missing a piece of information that I can give them, and I'm looking for something that they give me. So I've kind of been keeping track of these people as I go, because it seems as though there's something that we can do together, right? So last night in a dream, I had a dream where there was a group of these people who had collected, and we were teaching something. So one of the things that I wrote down that I need to do today is reach out to these people and say, I've had this dream where it feels like we're out teaching something, and just see what I get back. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So,
What came to you about how we can be more like an angel? Greg, how can we be more like an angel?
Oh, I'm going to point out, first of all, there's a lot of violet flame all around in the imagery today. The angel handed me a gift, and it was a flute, and it came with the play your soul song, play your soul song. Kind of like an invitation that each of us should do this, because we each have something unique to offer. There was a lot of imagery that played through. And one of the things I noticed was, if someone were to try and direct something distasteful toward the angel that just passed through, and there was almost like a thank you and I love you that was returned with that. So this is about that unconditional love.
In the book, Billy goes and checks out death. Here's what happens. His attention began to swing grandly through the full arc of his life, passing into death, which was violet light. There wasn't anybody else there, or anything. There was just violet light. And a hum. So the answer then as to why a people who culturally center trance would repeatedly invoke imagery of bees and honeycomb is the simplest possible answer. Because of the hum. The hum is synonymous with the trance state, as it is in cultures around the world. The buzz of frogs and cicadas in the twilight of the spirit world of the Amahuaca. The trance mediums of Karnataka who are said to be visited by the black bumblebee. The san talk of the sound that is heard above the crown of the head, za, za. And for yogis, according to the Nada Bindu Upanishad, the final sound they hear as they move the prana upwards to the purple expanses of the crown is the buzz of the bee, the violet hum.
Greg, would you like to share your channeled message?
So the whole time we talk, I get water rising and images of looking down on the ocean and the water lapping over the rocks. So water consciousness rising. When we first went in, I got honeycomb, and close up honeycomb, and then a big drop of honey coming off of one of these honeycomb or honey elixir, royal jelly was there, and there's a honeybee flying, relishing in its creation. And some of these words came up already once. Now, the bee was flying. It's not only angels that fly, but the bee can be an angel. And from there, all of this was the macro, micro, everything I'm seeing is very close up and small. So there's some of the floating molecular makeup of things going by, but then a frog, one of those colorful poisonous frogs with the big round things on its fingers and toes, and an invitation to lick the sweat spots off the back of the frog. And I didn't want to do this, but this was about the path ahead and opening those things that we deny. to truly have the experience that's available to us. So Greg's breaking through. I'm breaking through, saying, like, I'm not encouraging people to lick the frog, but this was an image that was there. Okay, so the other path to enlightenment is being the light. Some people need to be the light, and with that comes the importance of also being shadow, so that you have that polarity in the experience to bring through the wisdom that comes with that. And that's what many of us do. The pinnacles and the depths help us find our way along the path that can be a new path for others to then follow. And this message has been brought before. It's just a affirmation, confirmation. So I think the biggest point here is macro, micro. We can look for the angel, we can look for those things we perceive to be beyond, and we can look at the bee that lands beside us and find the same thing if we're open to finding it there. And in all of this is that, yeah, beauty, acceptance, and love. And that's all.
Tempted to lick the frog. You know, you don't have to physically lick the frog. You can channel the vibrational energy of the frog medicine. So whatever chemical construct or components are in that frog juice, you can create a vibrational signature of that and bring that into your energy field to have that experience. Maybe not as strongly as if you'd done it physically, but you can still taste the frog that way, energetically. Take 1 minute to just channel a little bit of frog medicine by bringing in that frequency. Greg, anything that you want to share?
It's a complete separation from ego. It's a complete surrender from all the things that are important here, and a return to the elixir and that awareness that you've already mentioned around it's all one. It's all the same. It's all one pure thing, with the variety of experiences and colors that come with it all. Yeah, it's very, very adventurous and light and pure.
Thank you. There is a little bit of a theme that's been coming up today, which is getting out of our ego and competition levels to experience ourselves as part of everything and rather than separate. So I think it was good that we licked the frog a little bit.
The art is an experiential depiction of the state of trance consciousness, threads of light connecting individuals to higher realms, hair standing on end, theoreoanthropic figures that mirror experiences of transformation into animals that San have while in trance, and, strangely, a recurring motif of honeycomb surrounded by bees. So here's a question to ask to shake oneself into a different way of seeing the world. Why would people who center the trance state paint recurring imagery of bees and honeycomb? According to Lewis Williams, San people report experiencing visions of bees and honeycomb in trance. Bees are considered to be divine messengers and contain spiritual potency that can be harnessed by the trance practitioner, which is why the San like to dance when the bees are buzzing. One of the San trance songs, in fact, is called Honey. As Lewis Williams said, it's easy to see how a glittering, insistently humming swarm could not only be associated with altered states of consciousness, but could, moreover, contribute to the conditions that induce or intensify this state. He hits at something very important here, that the object that the art depicts, i.e. the buzzing honeycomb, is not simply representative of the trance state. It directly facilitates access to the trance state.
Do you want to go first, Greg?
Yeah, so I was getting, again, there's lots of violet and blue in all of this. For some reason, the colors matter, but I'm getting a raw diamond being formed by the pressure and heat and compression, the experience. And, you know, as this diamond drops out, raw diamond, it has a few attributes and it can cut and we know that the diamond is hard enough or hardened enough to do this. But the other thing it does is it's transparent, it shares light, it's luminance. And they are not perfect. They have inclusions and they show their inclusions almost, and I don't know why, but the word pride comes here almost with pride. The inclusions are there and it's like, look at it all. And maybe that's figuratively a way that we all have shadow and all of these aspects of self are important and should shine through and be presented because that's the clarity of who we are and what we offer. The diamond, and again, the like rainbows, the blue, violet light coming out of it, the something around the appreciation of the diamond in its unique offering, and each one is different, right? So there's more that I'm trying to bring back that was important. There's some, like the uses of diamond, there's some, like I see circuitry, technology, there's something in diamond that is more than we understand it to be. And maybe as things advance, people understand more of how a diamond can be useful for whatever we go to in the future. So lots of stuff around this raw diamond. And maybe the important part that stands out is that they have inclusions, they have imperfection. And this was funny because they're pointing out the inclusions and the imperfections, and they want to rate the color of the diamond and the clarity of the diamond. And we laughed about this because that's a very human thing to do, right? But the point is, each one is unique, a unique offering, and can be appreciated in that way. That's all.
There's been an eagle flying over your, well, in your background.
Oh, so in the diamond at one point inside the raw diamond, there came an eagle, and it was the head of an eagle that was diving toward the water, and the eagle was committed to diving into the consciousness, and it had caught a fish. And the fish was important. And I asked, well, what is the fish? And they show me the eagle eating the backbone of the fish because there's intelligence stored in the spine. So the message there was, look into what's stored in your spine. There's intelligence stored in our bones, in our backbone, in whatever is inside our spinal column. That's what came with, thank you. That's what came with the eagle.
Oh, it's impressive.
That was a synchronicity. There he is again.
I didn't realize it was an eagle. I saw it, but I didn't realize it was an eagle.
I mean, it might not be, but it seemed like it was an eagle.
No, yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow.
Greg first.
I got Archangel Michael, he kind of said, I'm here. I was already here. um, and those words that we started with on who is like God, Michael, who is like God, and an invitation for us all to say, Michael, who is like God. And then the discussion was around we all are like God. And then I got this picture of Dr. Leslie was giving me a piggyback ride. I'm going to piggyback on Dr. Leslie. This was an image. I didn't actually do it, but it was a playful image around the messages fit together. Right? All return to the one, all like God, all right. Recognition of our own divinity and how we all fit together. And that's all.
Thank you.
Mhm.